everybody. I just wanted to take a moment to ask you to think about something. Have you ever been stuck? Do you know what I mean? Feeling like you are hitting a wall in your life, whether it's in your workouts, whether it's in your fitness and nutrition, whether it's in your spiritual life, and the progress of trying to unpack from a trip because you just don't want to get to the suitcase. Yeah, that's me. Do you ever feel stuck? I know for me that lack of sleep and being busy and having a lot on my plate, a lot of times I can feel so stuck. What does that mean? It means that I am only recognizing the areas in my life where I'm struggling. I am only focusing on the things that are hard. I am only seeing the progress that I am not making. And the problem with that, it's what my mom used to always call stinking thinking, is that you don't see the gift. You don't see the freedom you've already had. You don't see the gifts that you are. You don't see the blessing about who you are. You don't see any of it because all you're doing is saying, oh, well, that's already done. I need to focus on this. I got to get this done. And you know what I think? I think a lot of times those things don't happen because we're not living with gratitude. And there's no freedom in that. You want to get stuck in a cycle of fear and failure? Then just focus on the negative. Focus on your weaknesses all the time. That'll keep you there. You know how I know that? Because I am the queen of focusing on the negative in myself. I am my own worst critic. I am very hard on myself. I struggle with perfectionism still. There you go. Those are the reasons why I get stuck. I put a lot of pressure on myself. I blame other people's failures on me. It's something I've struggled with my whole life. So, what's the difference now? Well, number one, I know those are my weaknesses. So I have two things I can do. I can either focus on the weaknesses or I can counteract them. I can inoculate them. I can wash them out by building my strengths. I struggle with blaming myself when other people don't do well. So what can I do to inoculate that? I can focus on making myself a stronger leader. I can pray for the grace to have forgiveness of myself for when I mess up. I can learn to accept failure. I can learn to move past failure. I can learn these things. I can become stronger, and then I won't be stuck. Another area that I struggle in, perfectionism. I always focus on the thing I'm weak in, whether it's in the exercise program. I'm doing Insanity right now, and the other day I got to the end of it, I was laying on the floor, dripping wet and sweat, and I was like, oh my gosh, I am so incredibly weak. And then I remembered, last year this time when I tried to do this, and they said to do a jumping jack push-up, or jack push-up, I couldn't do any. And yesterday I did 10. So no, maybe I'm not as strong as Shanti, but I made progress because I was patient with myself. The key to getting over perfectionism for me is patience and recognizing the strength that I'm building up and focusing on that. So why am I sharing this with you? Because we live in a virtual age where we look on Facebook and everything looks perfect for everybody. And a lot of times people share positive things, and that's good because we need to see the positive. But the problem is we get stuck in our head in a world of comparison. We feel like we're not good enough and we're not measuring up. And we need to count the things we're grateful for. We need to recognize the areas where we're stronger. Yes, I might have days where I still lose my patience with my kids. And I might have days that I binge on a batch of brownies. And I might have days that I skip my workout. But you know what? I'm exercising way more consistently now than ever before. I eat way healthier than ever before. I feel better than ever before. And I love my kids more than I ever have before. So what's the better attitude to have? If you're stuck, a lot of times the place you're stuck is in your head. And what we have to do is make that connection from the wounds in our heart and the stinking thinking in our head and release it so that freedom can come in. It's hard. And the key to first realizing it is to recognize it and admit it. And I'm admitting it. I'm stuck. But I'm not staying here. I have an amazing team of coaches that I reach out to. I have an amazing support system in my husband and my children and in my friends and in my family. And when I look back at where I was a year ago, I'm a different person today. I'm more free. I'm more comfortable in my skin. And these things that I'm stuck with, I'm realizing are just one more stepping stone to becoming a freer me. I want to encourage you to do the same. If you have not started your journey, start it. Don't be afraid. If you're on your journey and you need to kick it up a notch, find a good book that will help you. Reach out to a person who can guide you. Recognize your strengths and write them down. Take a moment today and get unstuck. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this. I pray that you have a blessed day and that you continue to find freedom in your daily experiences of letting go the perfectionism and learning to embrace the gift you are. Take care.